Hello guys, I know it's been a while. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's been over a year that I shot a video and anyways, I'm back now. Welcome. So in this video we're going to talk about why nursing in Nigeria is like a scam, and also my journey to becoming a UKRN. I know. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, please like, subscribe. I've got only 47 subscribers. It's a new channel anyway, so I'm trying to grow it. So if you'd like my content, we're going to be putting out vlogging content, food content. I like to cook a lot, and then of course nursing content. So welcome guys. In this video we're going to talk about my journey to the United Kingdom. So first of all, I'd like to acknowledge the Nigerian nurses out there that are trying their best, putting in their best to make sure that they can afford the life that they deserve. This journey, this video is going to tell you how I transitioned from being a Nigerian nurse to practicing in the UK. Let's get right into it anyways. First of all, it started in 2019. This journey started in 2019. When I left Calabar, I used to live in Calabar, and then I moved to Lagos. For those of you that are not Nigerians watching this video, Lagos is like a mega city in Nigeria, and I moved there for better opportunities. If I want to fund this lifestyle, I have to be able to afford it. You get what I mean? So I moved from Calabar, to Lagos, and started a whole new life. I was living with a family that housed me in First Stack, and then I started looking for a job. It wasn't easy, to be very honest, because the jobs I was seeing was like 40k. Like, how are you paying me 40,000 naira? That's like less than 50 pounds. Why are you paying me 40,000 naira per month? And it doesn't even equate the amount of stress that you will put into the job. Your time, it takes a whole lot for you to pay me 40,000 naira. So it took a while for me to get a job, but I finally got a job in August 2019, and I started practicing in Lagos. I was fortunate to have colleagues that were so nice to me, so nice. I had the dream of moving abroad, but I didn't know how to start it. You have to have people to guide you, because the abroad is like so big. There's so many choices. You have Canada, you have the UK, you have Australia, you have the US. So you need someone to like guide you so that you're able to choose the best one for you at that time. So I had two doctors and a friend that they were also in the process. So we started talking about the whole process, the UK process, and then it was even the doctors that told me it's not hard, you can do it. They became like friends. So I started practicing for IELTS, even without having the IELTS money, without having anything on ground. I just started practicing for IELTS. On night duties, when we come for work, I would have penned down some essays and give to them to run through it and mark it and assess me and all of that. So I started the journey in September. I started reading, revising for IELTS, not having the funds in sight or the actual date I was going to write the exams in sight, but I started practicing, and as God will have it, I was being paid about 80k thereabout during that time. So I usually spent only 10,000 naira out of my salary. I was fortunate to have lived with people in Lagos, because if you don't live with people, you can't fund that. It's not possible for you to attain that kind of savings. So I was saving about like 60k a month, because a girl has to buy some things, even though I was trying to save. So let's approximate like 60k a month, and I did these savings from from September till January. So I had saved enough. Now the fear of writing the exams came in, and I didn't have a passport, so I had to do my passport and also write the exams. So I did my passport in February 2020. It took like 3 weeks for it to come out, and it cost about 35,000 naira at the time. And after doing my passport, I was so scared to go further with the exams, because I didn't know the outcome, and I knew that if I failed it, it was on my own accord. I didn't have the money to fund another one, so I just prayed to God. My whole backup was like, God, I beg, you're the one that started this, so you should give me something to fall back on. So I wrote the exams in March after so much study. I was studying during my night shifts and all of that. It wasn't easy, to be very honest. It wasn't easy. And then I wrote the exams in March and I waited for my result, and it came out at the end of the month and I aced it. I had 8.0 total, like, band score, and I was like, did you just do that? I was so proud of myself. And with that whole hype and, you know, having to pass the exam, I was like, okay, I can do this. So I registered with the NMC UK, NMC and UK, is it NMC they call it? Sorry, NMC UK, and they asked for £140. And I was like, £140? Where am I supposed to get £140 at this time? And the COVID was around the corner, so there was so much uncertainty. So I knew I had to pay that money. And I saved again and paid the money, and that was like the first phase. That was like the initial launcher, you know, that put me on the spot. Like, you have to complete this thing, whether COVID or not, you have to complete it. So after paying the £140, I had to hold on. Like, there was just a little space of how do I call it? I was just in a phase. I just had to hold on because COVID came. There was like so much uncertainty, lockdowns here and there. Even in the UK, people were not traveling. Even people that had passed, like, they were ready to go, they couldn't go. So I had to just like be patient. And amongst that patient period, I was crying. I was always crying. I was like, God, you started this. Like, why do I have to now, you know, be at the point where I can, you know, move forward, and then everything is like this? But I just had to be patient. There was nothing I could do. It was COVID. There was nothing anybody could do. So I had friends encouraging me. I had people that were already in the game, you know, encouraging me and telling me it's going to be all right and all of that. So I wrote the exams in March, paid the money in April, May, June, July. I started again. After paying that £140, I had to verify my documents with the NMCN, that's Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria. I think I paid about 20,000 naira. I can't remember, but on the website originally it says 11,000. I can't remember it over the top of my head right now, but it said 11,000. But you know what happens. And so I had to pay 20,000, and I waited for that for like 2 whole months, or is it 3 months? It was so frustrating, so frustrating. So much calls, so much follow-up, and it happened. Finally it happened, and I booked my CBT. Now, CBT is a computer-based test for Nigerian nurses. Not only for Nigerian nurses, but for nurses who wish to, you know, be recruited into the UK. So I passed that. I wrote that and I passed it. I was like, okay. After passing that CBT, I started looking for jobs. You know, I started job hunting. I went on track.jobs and some other NHS.jobs or something. I can't remember right now over the top of my head. But the trick that really helped me was that I googled hospitals that I like to work with, or the regions that I liked, you know, like Southampton. I really like Southampton. I googled Southampton. I googled London, but at the point I was like, this London is not for me. So I googled London. I googled Derby. I googled Manchester. All the, you know, top spots that I really like I saw in the videos, even the football clubs that I used to watch. So I knew that, okay, this place is like somewhere I would like to go, or this place is like somewhere I would like to be, you know. And then I googled the hospitals, the top hospitals there, and if there were numbers or emails for their HR, I would also send emails directly to the HRs instead of going to there's a million people trying to look for jobs on track.jobs. So it's like putting it a camel through a needle. So I had to like diversify and look for other options. And then I asked my friends that were here already if their hospitals were recruiting. So these things helped me to get a job offer. I got like 3 job offers, but I chose the one where I had family and friends, or you know, you don't want to be alone in the UK. So I started job hunting, you know. That phase took like a month. It can be really stressful when you're trying to send like 20 applications a day. It can be really stressful. It's so draining. But I tried my best, and I got a job offer. Now £153, that's where I hooked. I was like, £153, where am I supposed to get it from? And so I paid it anyways, after, you know, thinking God is always so marvelous. Like, he just comes through. So I paid that money, and luckily I got a job offer that included my flight, my accommodation, my visa, and everything. But if you do not have get a job offer like that, some people opt out for the ones that they pay themselves, you know, so that you're not indebted to the hospital. What I mean is, I have a three-year contract with the hospital that I work in right now, and if I want to leave, I will have to pay them back a certain percentage of how much I spent on my flights, my visa, my accommodation, and all of that. But if I decide to stay for the whole 3 years, then that's my benefits. But if I pay this money, the flight, the visa, the accommodation, if I paid it by myself, I wouldn't be indebted to them. Like, I could decide to leave today or tomorrow or next tomorrow. Do you get what I mean? But the COS is actually what redefines this whole living or staying with a particular trust, because you need a COS at every point in time to say that a hospital or a private organization will be responsible for you, for your visa to be covered. So it's better, in my own opinion, it's better to just go with the people that pay for you, pay flight, pay visa, pay everything, so that you can have a serious backing. I mean, if you're going to pay all of that and give you a serious, it's a win-win situation. But whichever one works for you, because I got an offer in Southampton, and why I didn't go was because I couldn't fund it. They wanted me to fund it, but I couldn't fund it at the time. Maybe I would have been able to fund it now, but then there was no way in heaven that I would be able to fund that. But moving forward, I do not regret it, because here I have like communication with people. I have people that I can go visit, my friends, you know. Everybody needs someone around them, especially in a country like the UK, where they sleep so early. Their whole culture is very different. Don't worry, we're going to talk about it in a different video. So this is what my journey took for me to get here. It wasn't easy. I'm trying to break it and make it short, because it's a video and I do not want to bore you. But this is what it took. It took tears. It took having to read. It took working and saving money. And it took having to neglect your family for a certain period of time. Not neglecting in the sense that you do not communicate, but if you are someone that funds their lifestyle as well as yours, I mean, it takes dedication. It takes you having to say no a couple of times to them, because you cannot give them what they want at a certain time, because you're trying to do this other project, and there's no way in heaven that you can do 2 of them at the same time. So yeah, there was that. In fact, there was a lot of chaos in my life. My life was so chaotic at the time. I was crying. I was always awake. My dreams were always keeping me awake. But I am here now, and I do not regret it. I do not even regret the delay. I know people do this whole relocation in less than a year. Some people do it in 6 months. But because of the COVID, I did it in 1 year plus, I think, or 1 year thereabout. How do I say this now? It gave me time. This 1 year lapse gave me time to like bond with my family, so that I do not miss them so much, even though I do. But I bonded with them so much, with my friends. It just gave me leverage. So remember the steps. The steps is, first you have to do your passport. It's very essential. Then you write your IELTS. Without the passport, you can't write IELTS. They won't even let you into the exam, or you can't even pay because you have to put your passport number when paying for the IELTS exam. Then you do your IELTS, then you pay your £140 to NMC UK. Please ensure that it is the right site, and you also pay NMCN for the verification of your documents. If you do not have your certificate now, please contact your school so you can get your certificate. You can't go anywhere without it. Then you also, after paying your £140 and you're verified, you do your CBT. That's like £83, I guess. I can't remember over the top of my head, but please try and verify. £83. After doing your CBT, you start looking for jobs, start hunting for jobs, and then you pay your £153 at the final stage. And if you're not lucky to get people to sponsor you, or a hospital to sponsor you, you pay for your visa. That's about 240 something pounds, I can't remember. And then your flights, right now flights are about, flights in September are about 216,000 naira. Yeah, that is British Airways. And then you pay for your COVID test in Nigeria and your COVID test here. COVID test in Nigeria is about 35,000. Your COVID test here ranges from 80 to 150 pounds because you're doing 2 days PCR test, and then accommodation here as well. That's it. So if you want more details on, you know, each of the steps, just leave a comment and I'll answer you in no time. And thank you guys for subscribing, thank you for liking, thank you for watching this video to the full length. I'm so grateful. God bless you. Mwah!